तं देवमात्मबुद्धि प्रकाशं मोक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो
महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः।
सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। ॐ वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय आत्मबोधोऽभिधीयते। In defining what Atma is, there are two distinct ways of defining anything. One is by negating and one is through affirmation. Negation and affirmation. So we have, it was told that Shariratraya Vyatiptam, that which is apart from, other than the three bodies. Then Avasthatraya Sakshi San is the witness of all the three states. And Panchakoshatitaha, that which is beyond the five sheaths. And the other part of the definition is Satchidanandaha. There is a question as why do we need to go into a definition like this? So what is achieved by a definition which is in form of negative terms? Negating is simply this, that what is not the Atma should not be mistaken for Atma. So, when a definition is of this kind, something else is also involved in showing what Atma is. Whether it is the three states, three bodies, or the five koshas. Atma directly is not being indicated. You are involving something more to indicate what the self is. For example, and why is there such a need? Because the Viveka has to be attained, accomplished. The Viveka means segregation, separation. Atadvyavritti, that what is not. Because understanding is of two kinds. One is understanding the object as it is, and other one is misunderstanding. Just because you understand something doesn't mean that it has to be correct. It could be very well misunderstood. And misunderstanding is not knowledge. If it is not knowledge, then what is it?
Ignorance.
Ignorance. So, ignorance also masquerades itself, masks, naqab pehen ke, masquerades itself as knowledge. And this is more dangerous. This is more dangerous because once when something is misunderstood and when it is held as knowledge, then there is no further attempt in wanting to know because it is assumed that one knows. And over there, that misunderstanding not only covers, but it thwarts any further efforts. It blocks any further efforts. And then, as a result, one stays away from knowledge. To make that point clear, an example can be provided, and what example can come best? Snake and rope. Rajju sarpa. Rajju sarpa. Huh? When a person enters that room and sees the snake, whether it's a room or garden, does not matter, whichever place, he sees the snake, that's more important. Sees the snake and yells for help, or if there is no one to help, runs away. Everything that he does with the knowledge, because his claim is, I know it is a snake. You can know something only if the object is there. And you can know means whatever is being understood, cognized, corresponds to the object. It is a rope, and you see the snake. So the cognition is that of a snake. So there is no correspondence between these two. It is a rope, and cognized as a rope, it is knowledge. But he says, I know it is a snake, which means though it is not a rope, though it is not a snake, he claims it is a snake. And therefore, now he will do everything else to run away from this snake, but there will be no attempt to know the rope. And this is what happens. And therefore, atadvyavritti, this confusion has to be resolved. This confusion is very, very evident with us. Because you are going to say, I am the dreamer or I am the waker. Who am I? Or the sleeper? Am I the dreamer or the waker? Because the claim is that here I am. And this I is now the waker who has the waking experience and also remembers the sleep and the dream. And therefore, I claim I am the waker. I am the waker. So now this identity that I is the waker and his experience is that of the waking world gathered through his senses is never ever questioned. Just as this fellow never questions the reality of the snake. And therefore, atadvyavritti purvakam, the Sachidanandatvam of Atma, that Atma is Sachidananda, will be the later part of the definition. First, we will have to deal with what I is not. Even this identity that I am the waker is what? Is misunderstanding. Because just as much as the dreamer comes and goes, the waker also comes and goes. And this is not what I am doing or any teacher is doing to you. It is what is there. The waker also comes, and when does the waker come? Is available only in the waking state. And therefore, but I is present whether it is the waking state, dream state, or even the deep sleep. And therefore, I is anuvritta, is present in all the three states. Though I am there in all the three states, yet your claim is I am the one who is there only in the waking state. Now, there is this definite disparity. There is a disparity because incongruency. If you are there everywhere, and then your claim is that I am there only in one part, this is incongruency, not acceptable. You see that there is some form of discrepancy over here, a fault, a defect in thinking, and therefore now we have to say he is the witness of the three states. By the word witness, a lot is conveyed. What is conveyed is that, well, there are these three states, and every state has its own claimant. The dream is experienced by who claims the dream? The dreamer. The waking is claimed by the waker. The sleep is claimed by the sleeper. And sleeper does not come into the waking. The waker is not available in the dream and sleep. But I am there, watching their coming and going, along with the claimants. Along with the claimants. And therefore, this I is the one who watches. Watches in the sense not tukur like that. Watches means all of these are in the awareness. They are the contents of the knowledge. Are being illumined. Just as there are several objects in this room which are illumined by the light. You can bring these objects here, you can take them away. So there is coming and going of the objects. And when the objects are there, they are bathing, illumined by the light. They are bathing, they are very much the contents over there. Comes and goes. And therefore, when one is able to understand, see that yes, there is some distance. Now the Viveka is taking place. This is going to be the Viveka. And whenever there is an understanding, the knowledge, there is nothing like practice of knowledge, for heaven's sake. Because a lot of people are going to say, well, you know, but you never practice. There is nothing like practice of knowledge. If it is known, the knowledge will have its consequences. The knowledge will create that transformation. There is nothing to be done about it. Now I am practicing to become the witness. I know I am witness, I am practicing to be the witness. You have to practice something that is fake. Just before a drama is staged for the audience, there is practice. Now through the practice, this fellow masters to act. He is Rana Pratap. He masters to act. He is not Rana Pratap. But what does he do in that drama? He is playing the role of some Rana Pratap, the great warrior king of India who fought the Mughals. Rana Pratap. He is not Rana Pratap. Rana Pratap is gone, history. But so the audience feels they are really watching Rana Pratap. So when you say that he is practicing, that practice means you are not. You are not, but you want to. You want others to be convinced you are Rana Pratap. What practice do you want to do? I am the witness, this practice. But when the knowledge is there, the knowledge by itself will bring about the transformation. Anywhere. When you know that this socket is dangerous, you are not going to put your fingers over there. Why are you walking like that? Or why are you more cautious? Because that knowledge that it is an open socket, a live socket, has transformed your behavior. What is missing is not practice. What is missing is knowledge and the clarity of knowledge. Even in the ordinary world, we know we should speak the truth, but we are not able to do that because we have to practice it. A practice, not practice because one is not convinced. By speaking the truth, I will suffer loss. Rather, you have a vikalpa. Another viparyaya is there. What is that? If I speak the untruth, I will profit. I will benefit. There is a benefit in not speaking truth or hiding the truth. There is a benefit. You do not see the benefit of truth, and you do not see, you don't know the loss of not following the truth. And therefore it is not practice, it is not knowing. It is not knowing. When the problem is ignorance, you are suggesting the solution practice. When the problem is ignorance, the solution is practice. When the problem is ignorance, solution is knowledge. Knowing it clearly, and knowing, the word knowing itself has got great implication. Knowing is not convincing. It is not, knowledge is not conviction. There is something like conviction, because in conviction there is confidence. Conviction there is confidence. Now the fellow who comes as a terrorist, killing people, he is convinced that he should be killing people. Whether he knows them or not is not the question. He is convinced that he should kill and terrorize. Is not it? Otherwise, why would he do? So he is confident when he lifts the gun and shoots the people. He is convinced. So that conviction gives confidence. In knowledge also there is confidence. It is like this. So just don't look for confidence. Confidence is not a test of knowledge. It can be deception, because confidence comes even through conviction, whether it is not true, even if it is not true. And therefore, Vedanta is not another thing where we are going to convince you. This is not an attempt to convince anyone. Knowing is altogether a different thing, a different ball game. What is knowing? It is also there is a role of cognition in it, but a cognition which arises. Memory is also a cognition, a form of cognition, a thought. Vrittaya panchataya, don't you say? In fact, Sage Patanjali will go to tell you that cognitions are of 5 forms. Memory, sleep, so on and so forth. Illusion. These are five vrittayaha, cognitions. Knowledge is also a cognition. There is something there about the cognition is involved. But this is a cognition which has risen from knowledge has risen from knowing. What is this? Our knowledge has come from knowledge. राम का पिता कौन? राम. When you are putting
from knowing your own nature.
knowing
your own nature.
Who said that? Pramanam. I've ended the last class with this. Pramana janyam. Janyam means born of. Pramanajanyam. Yeah, hey, what is this? Knowledge is born of this, that. Some adopted children like. Or ऐसे बोल रहे जैसे some illegitimate. इसका बाप कौन है पता नहीं, ये भी हो सकता है, वो भी हो सकता है, ऐसे हैं? When asked who is his father, he says maybe that fellow, maybe that fellow, maybe that. Pramanajanyam. Okay. Pramana over here is Shruti, Veda. That Pramana is now showing Atma is Brahman. What is Atma? Brahman. What are you holding this Atma to be? I am the waker. I am the body. I am this, psychological fellow who is, a little sad and all the time sad and making others also sad. I have anger issues. I am an angry person. In all these things, what one is saying is, I am basically dissatisfied thing, whatever I may be. But what am I? Dissatisfied. Then we go about saying I'm dissatisfied with my husband, with my wife, with my job, with my work, with my place that I live. I'm dissatisfied even with my dog. I'm dissatisfied with my neighbor's dog. But fact is, I am dissatisfied. Whether you are dissatisfied because of your children or your grandchildren or your daughter-in-law, son-in-law, irrespective, I find that I am incomplete, apurna. That is dissatisfaction, unfulfilled. And when you find you are unfulfilled, what are you going to do? Try for fulfillment. Try for fulfillment through what? Whether you want to fill your life and discover your completeness through money, women, popularity, power, recognition, I am going to try. And all these attempts are loudly saying what? I am incomplete. Whether one finds I am yogi, rogi, bhogi, whatever. Kathamaham apurnaha. Kathamaham apurnaha. Daridra. Ne? Then comes Shruti and says, Atma Brahma. Your claim is Aham. Aham means that Atma. Kathamaham? Dehaha. Aham Stri, Aham Puman. I'm a man, I'm a woman. I'm rich, I'm poor. people should pay attention to me because I am sick, na? On my birthday also you never call me up. See how people. On Diwali also they forget it's my Diwali for me also, never call me up. Now, how long, you know, and then not only that you sing this to yourself, you sing it to everybody. As if this is a problem that other people have created. And that is the reason why no matter how much other person tells you that he loves you or she loves you, you are never convinced. Because whatever it is never sufficient. Never sufficient. There is one word Shri Krishna Bhagavan uses for kamesha krodhesha rajo guna samudbhavaha. Yeah. Kamesha krodhesha rajo guna samudbhavaha mahapapma mahashano mahapapma vidhyenam ihavairinam. Mahansho. Mahansho means he is whose hunger can never be satiated. Consumes, can never be satiated. Kama esha krodhesha. It is the same desire which transforms as anger. When a person says that he is angry and has anger issues, don't hit the wrong place. Ask, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Because the problem over there is just anger is the expression transformed kama. Kama itself is krodha. Kama esha krodha esha. This is kama, this is krodha. So the same thing is being shown as krodha. Mahapapma, mahashano, mahapapma. Vidhyenam ihavairinam. Vidhi. No, this is your real enemy. Iha. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says iha means samsare. In this life. In this world. Vidhyenam ihavairinam. Then some tikakaras, those who are in the glosses of over Shankaracharya's commentary, they say iha means parmartha marge. Asmin parmartha marge. Iha, here. Now if you look at Arjuna's situation, where is he? On the battlefield. Why? To meet friends, have a party. On the battlefield for what? Garba khelne ke liye. On the bad. Huh? You have Garba there in Hong Kong or not? Navratri. Those, with the dandiya, with the sticks. Anyway, there you have, never that with this. They will sing those songs, Are main to aarati utaru, that kind. All songs in the same tune. The tune is the same. No? You don't know. You have to be with Gujaratis for that. Then what happens is this. Arjuna is there on that battlefield to fight the enemies. And instead of saying Bhishma, Drona are the enemies, Shri Krishna is saying Vidhi enam iha asmin yuddha bhumavapi, because that iha word will go will indicate everything. Vidhi enam iha vairinam. Iha, Bhashyakar Bhagavan uses the iha as in vyapak sense. As what? Samsare. Asmin samsare, this is the enemy. In this life, in this world, this kama isha, krodha isha is the enemy. Then some of the tikakaras use iha as Paramartha marge, because a person who is there out in the world, he never considers desire as enemy. What does he see? As something that has to be kept. I had this professor in some place. Swamiji, whatever you may say, one should have desire in life. And if you hear these people, they are very much staunchly saying that what desire you should have, it comes. Desire is not something that you go and get it, import it. It comes. You don't have to create it. It is uninvited. It is uninvited and lands and rules. It lands, there is a gate crashing. Never thought that this desire will come. Ah, Baba, it has come. Vidhi enam, and then rules. Vairinam. Okay, so now one finds this is how I am. So the Shruti, the Upanishad comes and says Atma is Brahman. So Pramanam has arrived. Whatever is held about yourself, this is what I am, this is what I am, this is what I am. The bottom line of that, every definition that is being followed about the I, the bottom line is that I am incomplete. And this knowledge is this understanding is not knowledge. But once over there, it masquerades as your knowledge about yourself. Is it some pramanajanyam? Is it pramanajanyam? Has it come because through some pramana that I am like this, I am like this? What pramana goes over there to say you are like this? What perception? Perception can only show you what is colors and forms. How does it tell you? But it just tells you whether it is hot or cold. Does it tell you that you are incomplete? Whether this object is hot or cold, smooth or rough. Situations. Where does it tell you that you are a jiva? What is it that you have gathered this knowledge that Aham Jiva, I am this vehicle, I am this body, I am this psychological entity? What is there that goes to inference? Oh, what inference? Which inference goes to say that? You know how an inference works. For inference to work, you require a previous experience similar to it. What is the similar experience on which now you are saying I am Jiva? Which means that you were a Jiva before, then in between you are not a Jiva, and now you see similar situation, and so you say I am a Jiva. You see, the whole thing is not pramana-janyam. It comes naturally. It comes naturally, and therefore it is never questioned. If it comes naturally, ignorance also comes naturally only. Ignorance का कोई बाप नहीं है. There is no mother and father for ignorance. Anadi, avidya.
Is there a perception that I am the body, or I have the body?
Perception is that this is the body, but where is the perception I am the body? Of course, this is a table, this is a body. This is a table, this is a man's body. But where is the perception I am the body?
Identification with the body.
We are talking about that identification only, but that identification which is now sitting over there as your knowledge, which is considered as knowledge, is that something pramana-janyam is the question. The thing that I am trying to bring to you is that how misunderstanding, which is nothing but ignorance, masquerades as knowledge. मैं ये हूँ, मैं वो हूँ. बोलो रे वो विश्वम पश्यति.
विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया. Yes, Swami.
This is what happens when we don't do this recite. That's why the Veda Nityam Adiyatam hai. This really happens. Shiva Mahimna Stotra, we are doing it for 20 years every day. Now for 3-4 months, 6 months that I am away, and there's no occasion, you don't do. It's not done. And then come over here, then miss. Then it comes after 1 or 2 days, everything is in place, but that time not available. Vishvam pashyati karya karanataya swaswami sambandhataha shishacharyataya tathaiva pitruputra adhyatmana bhedataha. Swapne jagrati vaya esha purushaha Maya paribhramitaha tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye namaidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye. What is seen? Vishwam pashyati karya karanataya. The word Vishwam can be this Jiva, is seen as how? As either in relationship of karya and karanam, cause and effect, I am somebody's father, become the cause. I am someone's son, become the effect. Karya karanataya or swaswami sambandhataha, that this belongs to me. This is mine, and I am the owner, the master. Swaswa, or even I belong to someone. Belong to someone means somebody owns me. The owner is called as master, Swami. Swaswami, either something belongs to me, I belong to someone. And the songs also are like that. Main tera, tu meri, and all that. Such things. Anyway, so Swaswami sambandhataha Shishacharya, ye mere guru, मैं इनका शिष्य. This is my teacher, my disciple. All such things. Vishwam pashyati. And if the guru also says, I am the guru, my shishya, okay? Maya, but not like this. Maya paribhramitaha. But the one who is paribhramita is Sakshat Shiva only. To that Guru Murti is Shiva, Dakshina Murti Bhagavan, I bow down. Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye. So now the Shruti which has come as the Pramana says Atma is Brahma. Along with that Pramana you require Lakshana. And this is what we are doing. Atadvyavritti Purvakam. The one part of the Lakshana is that it will remove what it is not. And confirm, so that is negation. And then the confirmation, Satchidananda. Okay? So the first, if it is considered as two parts of the definition of negation and then affirmation, is what? The first part is that, Prathamadala. Shariratraya vyatiriktaha avasthatraya sakshi panchakosha atitaha. Okay? Now comes the next part. What is it then? All this is okay, is not. But what is it? So comes this sentence. Tarhi Atma kaha. Then, okay, not the body, not the mind, not the pranas. So what? What finally is this I? Sometimes it is quite interesting. Okay, when you think, all our life, what is the attempt finally? If you look at everything that we are doing, job, businesses, education, social service, animal rights, everything. We are in a way trying to make others know this is what I am. And in that attempt to make others know this is what I am, I want to know this is what I am. Because If others say I am good, that means I must be good, na? If others say I am rich, that means I must be rich. Whatever I am, is that a product of inference? I am, is that inference?
It's self-evident.
It is self-evident, but what are we treating it as? Inference. If others say I am good, then I must be good. If others say I am beautiful, then I must be beautiful. If others say I am punyavan, then I must be punyavan, maybe. Inference. Kya, kahan? You are employing what, where? You see what a mess this is? Every pramana functions in its own respective field. Correct? And wherever the pramana functions, that area is not encroached upon by any other pramana. Correct or not? You know this rule. There is a rule. This is the niyati. Who has made the rule? Not Indian government and anything. Who has made this rule? It is. Fire is hot. As a rule. In Netherlands also it's hot only, right? In Kanpur? Very hot. More hot than Netherlands, right? क्या बात करते हैं? What, Mr. Manik? Okay? Niyati is there. Eyes will function in the area of colors and forms. Ears can't enter there. You can't know whether it is pink or blue through ears. It will be known only by the eyes. Chakshurindriya only. So, every pramana has its own area to function. What this Atma is, the Atma is self-evident, but what this Atma is, this area is illumined by Shruti. As the Pramana, the Shabda Pramana only works over there. Atma is self-evident, Swayam Siddha, Swayam Prakasha Vastu. But what are you using over there? Inference. Since others say, I must be, na? And then what? Whole life is wanting to convince others. Convince others so that what? So that you know you are that. So in a way, whatever we are doing is, really speaking, is an attempt for self-knowledge only. Though you are attempting self-knowledge, you are employing the wrong means. Whole life you can put the ears to find out whether it is brown or black. घिसो अपना कान उसके ऊपर, क्या होगा? You will know whether it is brown or black. Keep sniffing. Brown or black. Will you know? Yellow or green? Arey, what? Right pramana. So, now you see, what about, and this pramana has to be acquired. The eyes, ears is what one comes with. If you are punyavan, and if you have not done some papa in the past, you will be endowed with all the five senses. It comes. नहीं तो कोई लूला लंगड़ा ऐसे हैंडीकैप करके फिर आते हैं हम. कोई मतलब हम ही. That papa punya will only work over there. then what happens? Then what happens is that we have these five senses as the pramana. But Shabda Pramana, Shabda is the Pramana, Shruti, the sentence of the Veda, Upanishad, has to be acquired. Has to be acquired. Now you tell us, somebody does not have an access to it. Somebody who does not have an access to it can never acquire. Then we have somebody who has an access yet doesn't acquire. Then there is a third category, the one who has access and has acquired but never uses. Out of these three, who is more unfortunate? Who is more unfortunate? The one who has acquired, has an access, has acquired, but is never used.
What does use mean, Swamiji? Because you're saying knowledge is...
Yes. The use over here will simply mean that the pramana is there, and if the pramana is not functioning, then not functioning of the pramana is only because it is obstructed. Because it is... So the word use is inadequate, really speaking. Kind of little defective expression. Agreed. Satyam, ardhangikara. Ardhangikara means not complete. You're right, that in a way.
So, Pramana is there, but we are not qualified to.
But there is an obstruction and one does not strive to remove it. That's it. This is what is called as Jnana Marga. ज्ञान मार्ग हम ज्ञान मार्गी है मतलब क्या? ज्ञान मार्गी है मतलब क्या करते हो? कोई शॉर्टकट है क्या? Is it a bypass or some other route? We follow the path of knowledge. Means what? Means what? There are three routes to Paramatma. Jnana Marga, Bhakti Marga, and third one? There is third also. A Karma Marga. So, three routes. ऐसे कुछ नहीं होता है. Now, can you know the object through eyes? There is another route of knowing it, bhakti. Hey table, मुझे दिखा दे अपने आप को. I'm doing bhakti. Oh table, please show yourself, table. I have bhakti for table, na? One day table will do that. See, this is not the true case because in Upanishad it is said that Paramatma reveals himself. That revealing means what? Has revealed through the Shruti. And when that pramana is there, if it doesn't work, there is the very attempt to remove the obstruction is what is making that pramana use, putting it to use. Otherwise, there is nothing like using the pramana. Okay? Right. So here we are. Pramana one has. Lakshana has to be there. Lakshana pramana bhyam vastu siddhi. So now the lakshana is of two kinds. One is atadvyavritti, that what it is not is negated, and what it is then is in affirmation. What it is not, shariratraya, avasthatraya, panchakosha. Okay. What it is here. Read this line. Tarhi atma kaha Satchidananda Swarupaha. Of the nature of Sat, existence, Chit, knowledge, and Ananda, joy, happiness, bliss, called Sukham. Sukham. Okay, Satchidananda. हमको लगा कि ये सच्चिदानंद किसी का ऐसे ही नाम होता है. सत्किम कालत्रयेपि यत्तिष्ठति तत्सत् चित्किं साधनान्तरं नैरपेक्ष्येण यकार का उच्चार सुनाई देना चाहिए. नैरपेक्ष्येण. नैरपेक्षेण नहीं. No lazy pronunciations. Nairapekshena. Now how it has come? Swayam prakashamanataya itara padarthavabhasakam. Itara padarthavabhasakam. No, not there in your book. Oh, then now how will you know? It's going to be a problem. Yatachid Anandakaha Sukhaswarupaha Evam Satchidananda Swarupam Swatmanam Vijaniya. This is how know yourself as Satchidananda. Swatmanam Vijaniyat. Sat, this word is a compound word, Satchidananda. So, it is consisting of three different words. Sat, Chit and Ananda. So then, what is Sat? What is Chit? What is Ananda? These three things have to be known. can you have more than one word for the same object in the same sentence? If there are two words for the same object, then one word will be a noun, the other will become an adjective. Correct? We can have a word like red, big, fragrant rose. Red is also talking about the same rose. Big is also talking about the same rose. Fragrant is also is about the same rose. So rose becomes the substantive, and the other three will become the adjectives. Okay? Then it is valid. But you cannot have, bring me pani water. Bring me pani water. Then it means that there is water which is not pani also. Correct?
Maybe it's nimbu pani.
Huh?
Maybe it's nimbu pani.
But you have put one more word, nimbu. Nimbu pani. In colloquial languages, if they just say in an evening, nimbu pani loge, it means different thing. So not to ask nimbu pani loge in the evening, okay? You can't have. Sat also means Atma, Chid also means Atma, Ananda is Atma. If the three words are going to mean the same thing, then those words will have to become Visheshana, adjectives. There is going to be a problem. We don't see any problem over here. Let it be. Let it be. Let these three be the adjectives of Atma. Correct? What is the problem? Do you see any problem, potential problem? What? The potential problem, the only potential problem will be, Swamiji, you are running overtime.
It's okay, Swamiji.
There you don't see any other problem. And therefore, let's see this problem and Satchidananda Atma in next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avashishyate Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Bhagine Vyomavad Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Om. कितना मजेदार है. करते नहीं है, नाक वगैरह पहुँचते नहीं है कपड़ों को अपने, ये तुम्हारे यहाँ पे बुरा मानते हैं ना, हमको क्या, नाक हमारा, कपड़े हमारे, मत है कि नहीं?
आप मेडिटेशन अभी कर रहे हैं शाम की क्लास में?